fucking knows. I thought I sold. Nigga, I'm busting the lows. I'm hitting them down with jokes. Y'all niggas on the road. Got your hoe on the scope. Bitches watching me, jocking me, niggas blocking me, cocking, cause I'm the hardest motherfucker. Out here rocking, I got the game in shades. Got the niggas.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a good day. It is a good day today. I really stopped fucking with the I told you so videos. Not even really. I'll do them every once in a while, but I don't feel like having that word in most of my videos all the time. But I think it was, I don't know, people are asking me like, when should I buy No Limit Coin? When should I buy No Limit Coin? It was around a penny. And I was like, man, right now's a good time to buy. Of course, you know, this has been ongoing. I want to bring up a little video. Just a little old video. Me talking about No Limit Coin. I think it was like the second or third video I did about No Limit Coin. It was originally, as you can see, it was at 17. That was when I got, that's when the first people got it. I got it at 15. First people got it at 17, but
you know, much more. And the fact is, you need a lot of fucking coins to run a big fantasy sports league. Like, what if thousands of people start playing? You're gonna, in these tournaments, become really big. You're gonna need a lot of coin to cover that. That's gonna cover, because if there's 1,000 people in one tournament, all entering, you know, 1,000 of these coins or 10,000 of these coins, think of the buy-ins, multiple ones a day. Just do the math. You're gonna need a lot of coins, and pretty soon, I can see this coin getting to a penny, right?
wow. Wait, you see that? I think, remember, I can see this coin getting to a penny. I can see this coin getting to a penny. Because, I mean, at 20 Satoshi.
I mean, holy fuck sakes.
Holy fuck sakes.
Look how cheap it is. Functioning website. They're so new and everything. They didn't have a Slack or anything. So this is going to be a case of me just being a fucking hustler, me just being a go-getter. So I see a fucking coin. I see a coin in the dirt.
Goosebumps.
In the rough.
Goosebumps.
I pick it up. And I'm not asking questions. I'm just saying, like, do you have a Slack channel? No. All right, bet. Create the Slack channel. Like, I'm going to buy a bunch of this coin. I already dropped one Bitcoin. I'm probably going to drop another one. I'm definitely going to drop more.
He did.
And then I'm going to fucking promote it and get it going on its feet. And then if it gets to a penny, hell yeah, right? Because I'm not really in a rush to sell this.
Look at the 24-hour volume,
there's
guys.
No real reason to. I mean, it's only going to go up in value once there's more. Like, if it's worth this right now, then it's only going to go up in value over time.
All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Remember, keep in mind it was up 30%. I bought it at 15. But look at this. Just keep your eye on that. Look how big that was. Do I talk about it here?
Right, because it was worth. Because look at one time it was way up here. One time it was way up here.
Look at that, way
one
up there.
One time it was worth 1/10 of a penny, and now it's worth considerably less.
Let's see what I talk about.
Market. So that's due, and when there's going to be new buzz. You gotta think, so many things can happen. They get a partnership. Something happens. Like, so people get mistaken and think it's like the WAGR or whatever, the sports betting. Like, this is not sports betting. This is fantasy sports. Fantasy sports and sports betting are I'm just gonna get to the fantasy betting. And now it's worth.
Basically, look how big that is. Now look at it. Look how minuscule it is. It's like a mountain from a fucking jet plane. Look at the difference. Took up almost 3 whole lines. Now it's just a little bleep. It's a blast from the past. That's always cool. I'll jump into the market. Oh yeah, well, also I wanted to look at how you can see how the website is coming along. It's coming along very nicely. A complete overhaul on everything. Everything's being just completely done from ground up. It's fucking really exciting to see how it unfolds. As you can see, the community-driven logo design from the contest, fucking badass. We're gonna have the nice white paper right there. Everything's just so nice. We're gonna have the nice timeline and roadmap set out, and yeah, man, it's just, we are just really waiting. Chilling and waiting for our due. So yeah, this thing's gonna have to be at least 5 cents comes NFL, but obviously we're marching towards that a lot quicker, which is excellent. Let's take a look at the market. So there was some news I wanted to read actually. Korea, one of their big exchanges, got hacked. 3% of people lost their data, and that basically means they lost all their coins. However, they said losses in the hundreds of millions. So that's pretty fucking sick. And the fact is, that's obviously because Korea is one of the biggest when it comes to Bitcoin and all of these blockchain technologies. One of the biggest adopters. But they're saying, the exchange is saying that they're gonna make it good. So that's huge. And shout out to these exchanges making good. Coinbase, you know, that could have been really ugly if Coinbase didn't do that. It could have been really bad for the scene, because then people are like, well, fuck. Because people don't really care if whose fault it was. They just know that coins were lost, and that's all they need to hear. They say, well, fuck that. And these hackings are just a plague. They're like locusts. So it's really good for the exchanges to step up. And I mean, there's not really much you can do about it. Like, people were getting hacked before. Think of the presidential election. Like this shit goes all the way to the core. It's not just blockchain. It's not like people are like, oh, well, Bitcoin, like a lot of things get hacked. So it's just the way it is right now. There's going to be a better way, because there's got to be a better way. I don't think you can hack BitShares. I could be wrong. Let me know. I don't think you can. I think BitShares has got some in it that makes it hack proof. So, or at least a lot harder. Yeah, I just wanted to put that. So obviously that's not good, because we're in this month where we're going to have uncertainty in August. It's not uncertainty, but you know what I mean. We're going to have that big event, the fork, August 1st, and leading up to that, we can expect all kinds of craziness, because I doubt, all right, so if any big name person was going to pull the trigger on Bitcoin, they would do it after that, correct? Because they wouldn't want to especially make it public and do it, and then something happened and they go down in value and they look like idiots. Like, this guy waited this long to get into Bitcoin, and then when he invests, it goes down? What an idiot! Right? That's fucking real. If you don't think it's real, then I don't give a motherfuck, because I think it's real. It would be real for me, right? It would, and I know that I'm a motherfucker that gives no fucks. But even, you know, if I was like, you know, a billionaire in the spotlights, and, you know, I was like a hedge fund manager or something where like my credibility led to me getting paid a lot, like it mattered a lot. And money didn't. Like, if you have billions, it's not like you have to fucking make money. You can buy time. That's the beautiful thing about being super rich, is you don't have to fucking take every good opportunity or great opportunity. You don't have to take no fucking opportunities. The opportunities you don't take are the opportunities that make you look bad. You take, all right, so it's kind of like another poker analogy. It's kind of like if you're in a satellite, that means, let's say 100 people play, 15 people get a ticket to the Sunday Million. This is the satellite. So the top 15 people, they all win the exact same thing. Once 15 people are reached, the game is over. Let's say there's 16 players left, and you have 1 million chips, and the person next to you has 2 million chips to your left. That means when you act, they're going to be the next person to act on the poker table. And then to your right, there's somebody with 1,000 chips. Right? So if that person's eliminated with 1,000 chips, you win the first place prize, which is a ticket to Sunday Million, because all people win that, right? So if you get pocket aces, what would you do? when that person with 1,000 chips went all in? Would you call them or would you fold? Right? Or a better example would be if the person next to you had the same amount of chips as you and went all in and you had aces or even half the amount of chips. The point is you would fold because you don't want to take any risk. So yeah, it might be a great opportunity. It might be pocket aces. You might have an 80, 90% chance of winning. But that loss could be for all your chips or a lot of them. And you can lose something that you already had. You already made it. You didn't need to risk anything. So you got to keep that in mind with Bitcoin. You have a lot of fucking players who know Bitcoin is the future, that have a really good feeling. However, anytime they do something, it's scrutinized. People are going to know about it. And these people are in a predicament because it's not like they can, like, you know, secretly invest in Bitcoin, especially the ones that have been on the fence about it or not going public about it. Like, I guess you could do it secretly or whatever, but then, like, it's kind of like, well, you've been investing in it this whole time, yet you haven't had an opinion, or you've been against it, or you've been holding out. Like, it's just like a lose-lose for them in a certain way when it comes to investing in Bitcoin. And when you have billions of dollars, there's really not a lot of fucking, there's not really a lot of a big incentive. I mean, these people own, like, you know, the owner of fucking Walmart doesn't really need to invest in Bitcoin. Yeah, I think they implemented it actually, but that's just my point. Like, you know, making big time news. Bitcoin's controversial, so, you know, anytime they're like, you know, Bill Gates invests 10% of his network into Bitcoin, like, that's, it just brings media, and Bill Gates is like, man, I already got all the money in the world. He's an advocate for Bitcoin, but what I'm saying is after this fork happens and everything's running smoothly and everything's nice, I think we're going to see a flood of investors, especially big time investors, because I just think they're laying low right now. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to look bad. Right now they understand that, especially in the month of July, this number is going to be going crazy, and it doesn't matter if this number jumps to 5,000. After the fork, it doesn't matter. They have so much money, they'll pay that premium just to have the hand won, just to get into the tournament 100%. They'll pay a premium because it doesn't matter, because they win anyway. And that's just a small example of what I think is going to happen. Right now we have all the small hands in the field. We have all the lower investors in the field. That is what's keeping the market afloat. It will take literally 1 or 2 investors. There can be 1, 2, 3, a handful of investors that can raise this cap by 10%, which is fucking massive. And then the floodgates would open to Wall Street and all that, and that's when everybody's going to start getting in. But right now, people are stubborn, and man, thing just keeps creeping up, doesn't it? 209 now. Wow. I didn't. How low did it go? 120. You know what's fucked up? Oh, what just happened? You know what's fucked up? I don't understand this, man. This isn't right, because I didn't hit any of my lures when I checked, and it made this dip, and I didn't hit any lures. I don't get that. I don't know. I don't want to make a comment yet. I'll have to research and see what the hell's going on. But for some reason, I noticed that when I haven't hit any lures on this thing for some reason, even when they said it's like a crazy, like, glitch dip like that, because that's ridiculous. That's not normal. Yeah, so people are messaging me like, all right, I'm just recording what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I'm recording what I'm doing. So, like, when I invest in, like, an ICO or I invest in anything, I'm just going to record and I'm going to put it up there. Keep in mind, I don't invest, like, I think ALW is a solid investment. I think it has potential. I think it's on the risky side because we're gonna have to see. Like they plan on having ad campaigns and all that, so we have to see. But it's definitely a risk, but that's fine. I like taking risks. It's fine. And I just think that if it does hit, it'll be a home run because it's going to be undervalued. It's going to be undervalued. It has to reach at least half $500,000. It has to reach at least $500,000 during this 31 days, so people get a refund. So there's always the chance that your money gets locked up for 30 days and you don't get it back. So there's always things like that can happen, but that's fine. Like that's the thing. I'm doing this for me. I'm not proving anything to anybody. I really, really, truly, I am not. Give zero fucks what anybody thinks about me. Hey, I love you guys, but I don't like a lot of you. You're going to hear me say that. That's the fucking truth. I definitely don't care what you say. What I do care about, though, is me being able to go back on these videos and watch them and have my I told you shows on camera, viewing my journey from, just going from one place to another. It's going to be nice, and that's what I'm doing it for. And YouTube's an easy way to do that. And I do enjoy communicating with you guys and talking and talking trade, and I like all that stuff. It's beautiful. But at the same time, I'm not going to restrict myself. Like, I'm just doing me, and I'm recording it. And sometimes the moves I make, I wouldn't even recommend to a friend. But that's because I'm just doing me. I'm trying out new shit. I'm doing new things. That's how you learn. And there's going to be a lot of growing pain along the way. And the more money, I hate saying that word, the more comfortable I am, the more moves I'm going to make that may or may not make sense to a lot of people. And that's fine because I'm not trying to make sense to anybody. If I slow down to try to make sense of what I'm doing to everybody, it's going to slow me down. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do me as fast as I possibly can. There's going to be some fucking question marks. There's going to be some who the fuck, what the hell, how the hell. And then you're going to say, oh my God, because I don't have time to slow down to explain myself what I'm doing. If you want to invest in what I'm investing in, that's your fucking right. I'm not going to censor myself to do something I think that's going to basically improve other people's investments. I don't care. Honestly, that's why I say I love you, but I don't like you. I don't really care how your investments do. And I know that's cold, but hey, from a fucking standard initial place, I hope all of you do well. I wish you the fucking best. From a in the moment, day to day, in my thoughts and head matter, I give 2 fucks less. I don't have time to think about that. Everybody has their own life. It's greedy of anyone else to think otherwise. I have to do me. I have to get to where I'm fucking going. Put the oxygen mask on first, then you help another motherfucker. Well, I'm putting on my oxygen mask and I want the motherfucker to be blinging with diamonds. And that's just my life. So, it's just, I'm going to be doing a lot of moves. I'm going to have some ICO fever here. So I'm going to be investing in a lot of ICOs. And hey, invest in them if you want to. I give 2 fucks less. That's not the point. I'm just documenting my moves, and it's gonna be fun when I can say one day, look at $5 no limit coin, and look at these ICOs that I invested in. It's like, wow, you got into the ICO of that company. It's like talking about like getting into like the initial stages of fucking Microsoft or something. And that's what I enjoy. I fucking love that. So just wanted to put that out there because I don't want people, when I make a video, I don't want people putting their life savings on ALW. Like, that's a fucking ICO that I found in the mud that basically the cheaper and lower the coin, the better, because then it has the more opportunity for upside. Because if I believe in the coin, I get a good feel from the owner, from the creator. Like, I get a good vibe from them. I think they're going places. That's all you can basically do. You can't really get any more. It's always a risk with an ICO, because with an ICO, you're dealing in the future. So there's always a risk. So the only thing you can do is get your hands dirty, talk to them, get a feel, get all the information you can, really understand what's going on and the roadmap. And if it clicks, then it's good. But if you're too scared to ever pull the trigger, then you're never ever going to hit a big one. And I pull a lot of triggers, and I don't I'm just putting it out there as a fucking cautionary. I move fast. I pull lots of triggers. And more times than not, I probably am more comfortable than you are. I don't want to be, just to be blunt, I'm not trying to censor myself. I'm just saying, like, I can move around. I can do a lot of moves. So if you're hindered, if you're not as comfortable as I am, I'd watch how many triggers you pulled. Because you might not want to pull every trigger I'm pulling. You know, because I'm able to pull, I don't know, I know how to finesse the trigger perfectly, if that makes sense. I know how to do it perfect. I know when I need to take a big hit. I know when I need to do small moves. It's just innate and natural for me. And a lot of the times I'm not going to be talking about how much I invest. I'll say a little or a lot, but you know, I don't get into specifics. I don't want anybody knowing my fucking business. It's my person. You know, some people love flaunting their shit. I'm the exact opposite. I've never had a watch, ring, none of that shit. And I never fucking will. I'll be a billionaire wearing house slippers and just a tank top with some pajama pants, rolling up into the meeting like what? Because I don't give a fuck, and it's comfortable. I'm gonna have some nice soft ass house slippers, and they're gonna have nice water resistant bottoms so I can go outside in them bitches. And I'm gonna have 2 dogs because I missed the 3 dogs I had to give away in Costa Rica. So I'm gonna have 2 dogs, and they're gonna be rescue dogs so I can sleep guilt free at night. All right. I don't know how that happened, but here we are. The market, July is going to be a lot of the same thing. I'm going to do another lure video. This time I'm going to get in depth with all the terminology I use, you know, aka the Batman heads, the abnormal Batman heads, all of that good stuff. It should be a fun video, but it should also help a lot of you who are starting out trying to make some moolah. I don't call it day trading. No more day trading. That word doesn't exist to me. It's a bad word. I don't use it. I call it lure setting. That's what I do. I set lures. I don't day trade. Sometimes it takes multiple 2, 3, 4 days. The more lures you can set, the more it will feel like aka day trading, but it's not. You know, because if you have a bunch of lures set, then you're hitting lures every day, and it's like you're doing moves every day, but it doesn't necessarily. You know, when day trading is usually fast, you're making you know, some people make hundreds, you know, even thousands of transactions a day. That's not me at all. I make, you know, per coin, I might make 1, 2, 3 moves a week per coin. And you know, if you have 15 coins, then you're going to end up having moves every day, and that's fine. But that's what I don't want people to get. You know, I lure set, so don't be looking to get into, you know, don't deposit your first little bit of money. Go setting lures and be like, wake up the next day and be like, I'm not rich. That's not how it works. You have to be patient. Set your lures. And sometimes, you know, if you're not hitting them, then you have to set them higher. You're doing something wrong, right? Like my shit's constantly finesse. When I go over, I'm looking at my lures. I'm constantly tweaking shit here, there. You know, I'll tweak a little bit here. I guess I'll do a video. I thought that shit would be boring for most people, but like, because I'll sit there and I'll stare at the screen for like a minute or two. Just thinking of like to move it 0.001%. You know, I'm a psycho. I'm a perfectionist like that. But you know, I thought that might be boring for some people. But I don't know. Maybe some people find it useful. It's kind of hard to teach though. It's practice. You just have to get a feel for it, and you know, make sure you're setting the mini lures. And this is just what I'm doing. And I just get asked a lot of questions. Like I said, I don't give advice. So when I'm saying you know, when I'm saying like set lures, I'm saying that's what I'm doing. I'm just 100% what I'm doing. And I'll say over and over again, you're not going to want to do exactly what I do. You're going to want to learn what I'm doing, get the understanding, and then do your own thing. Set your own lures in certain ways, you know, do something a little bit different because you have a different perception of life than I do. I don't have the same perception. I don't see through your eyes. I don't have your memories. I don't have your skills. You know, everyone has something. So you do your own thing. If you try to do me, I'm probably too quick for a lot of people. I mean, some people that, you know, that can be a great flaw. I'm real fucking quick. That's just how I am. I don't fuck around. I'm real unfancy. Super, super duper unfancy. Super, super lightning quick. That's what I am. That doesn't work for some people. If you're like a fucking Chinese meditated monk that fucking makes precise moves, you might be the exact opposite. Like, so, you know, don't learn your strengths. My strength is quickness. You gotta learn your own strength. You might not be as quick as me. You might have to make fewer moves, but your moves might be bigger, right? So, yeah, just want to put a little bit of love advice out there for my peeps, just because I don't want people going all King Kong and crazy, like, he invested in ALW, attack. It's like, no, man, that's just like something that I kind of got bored and just getting into the ICO fever. You know, not really. Finally, I have my eyes on a few coins that I like, that are up and coming, that I think might be really good. But right now, I'm kind of chilling. You know how I preach? You don't always have to invest in something. And me not just forcing coins, that's not what I do, right? So when I can't really find investments that I like upcoming in the coin section that are out currently, then I'll invest in some ICOs. If I think that they're going to be more profitable than Bitcoin, like where big. So if I think this ICO that I invest in 30 days is going to be net me more Bitcoin than I would if I just held my Bitcoin, then I'm going to do it. Right? So if Bitcoin goes to like $15,000, then, you know, that would be me having to make, a lot of money. So that would suck if that happened while investing in this ICO. But hey, if it goes to 35, 4,000, then I will make more money investing in the ICO. And those are risks I'm perfectly willing to take, and I don't think twice. No regrets. I don't give a fuck what happens. I do what I do, and at the time, it was the best move I can make with the knowledge I have. So, too much energy wasted fearing. Like this, wow, so Funfair just fucking took it. Okay, no, it's at 2 cents. I thought it said 1 cent. I was like, man. I'm not investing in Funfair because it has too many damn coins. I ain't about that. I ain't about that life. That's a lot of coins. It's a lot of coins for it to be this expensive. In my opinion. You know, this thing is almost no limit coin price. But yet no limit coin only got 200 million. And this one got 17 billion. So there's a difference there. And it's only got 3 billion circulation, so it's got a lot going out there. All the no limit coins are basically in the circulation, like 90% of them. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna make another video later today. I'll make the lure video. Yeah, I guess that's good. I always forget something because yesterday I made the video. I knew I forgot to say something, and I remembered it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put it in today's video, and then it eludes me again. And then the news won't be news. It'll be old news. But, you know, what can you do? Look at that. That's a general crown, like from the military. See? All right. I'm going to call it there. Cheers. Peace.